The fear of embarrassment has killed more dreams than failure. You know, something I think is destroying more potential than failure ever could? It is embarrassment. Not actual failure, not lack of resources, not lack of intelligence, the fear of embarrassment. Because most people are not afraid of failing. They are afraid of failing publicly. They are afraid of being judged. They are afraid of looking stupid. They are afraid of people laughing. They are afraid of people saying, I told you. And honestly, that is what keeps millions of people trapped in lives they never wanted. Think about it. How many people never started the business because they were afraid it might fail? How many people never applied for the opportunity because they were afraid of rejection? How many people never broke or never spoke up because they were afraid of sounding foolish? How many people never pursued the dream because they were afraid of what family, friends, or strangers might think? And the sad part is this: most of those dreams never died because they were impossible. They died because fear convinced people not to try. Another thing is that people care. Another thing I want you to understand is that people care less than you think. Most people are too busy worrying about their own lives to spend much time thinking about yours. Yet many people spend years making decisions based on imaginary criticism. They build their entire lives around avoiding judgment, and in doing so, they slowly abandon themselves because every meaningful achievement comes with possibility of embarrassment. Simple truth: starting something new is embarrassing. Being a beginner is embarrassing. Making mistakes is embarrassing. Getting rejected is embarrassing. Failing publicly is embarrassing. But those experiences are also part of growth. The problem is that many people want the reward of courage without experiencing the discomfort that courage requires. But courage does not exist without risk, and risk always includes the possibility of embarrassment. And I think one of the biggest lies people believe is that successful people are not embarrassed. That's not true. Successful people get embarrassed all the time. The difference is they don't allow embarrassment to control their decisions. They understand that something important, they understand this, that embarrassment is temporal. Regret can last a lifetime. And honestly, regret is far heavier. Imagine being 80 years old and looking back on your life. Do you think you will be upset because a few people laughed when you started, or because you never started at all? Do you think you will care about the rejection or the opportunity you never pursued? Do you think you will remember the criticism or the dream you abandoned because of it? That's the real tragedy. Not failing, not losing, not being embarrassed. The real tragedy is living beneath the potential because you were too afraid of people's opinions. Another thing people don't talk about enough is that embarrassment often comes from ego. We want to appear competent, we want to appear confident, we want to appear successful, we want people to think highly of us. But growth requires the opposite. Growth requires being willing to look inexperienced, to look imperfect, to look uncertain, to admit you don't know everything. And honestly, that is where most people quit because they did rather protect their image than pursue their purpose. They did rather look capable than become capable. They did rather stay comfortable than risk looking foolish. And slowly, year after year, their potential gets buried under fear. I also think social media made this worse. Now, people don't just fear embarrassment in front of a few people, they fear embarrassment in front of hundreds or thousands. So they overthink everything, every decision, every opportunity, every risk. And while they are overthinking, somebody else is moving, making mistakes, learning lessons, growing, improving. Because action teaches more than perfection ever will. And the truth is, every person you admire was once inexperienced. Every expert was once a beginner. Every successful person was once uncertain. Every confident speaker was once stumbled over words. Every entrepreneur was once doubted themselves. Every leader once felt afraid. But the difference is they moved anyway. They refused to let embarrassment become the prison that held their future hostage. Because at some point, you have to decide what scares you more: looking foolish for trying, or spending your life wondering what could have happened if you did. Most dreams don't die from failure, they die from fear of what people might say.